We're going to draft the best players in the best division in football, the NFC West. I've got the trivia question for Chris Simms. If he gets it right, he gets the first pick. Since realignment in 2002, Chris, only 2 divisions have sent every one of its teams to a Super Bowl. Name them, and I'll give you one of them. One of them is the NFC West. Name the other team that has sent all 4 teams to the Super Bowl.
Since 2002, okay, I'm going to go with the NFC South.
Damn it. I shouldn't have given you the NFC West.
I would have got the NFC West. Don't worry. I would have. Yeah, right. Baby. Woo, 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 woo.
I was trying to do the Jedi mind trick where you would go with an AFC division. That's what I was trying to do.
Right.
But nope, you got it. All right, you get the first pick.
Yep. Hey, too smart right here, man. 24 on the Wonderlick. You're not going to trick me, okay? All right. I'm going with Aaron Donald as my first pick. All right. Aaron Donald is a tough call for the top pick. All right. But Aaron Donald might be one of the greatest defensive players I've ever seen. All right. And I know I'm not picking Russell Wilson here, who's completely awesome. But Aaron Donald, as it sits right now, is a first ballot Hall of Famer, has a chance to go down as the greatest interior defensive lineman we've ever seen. You know, so again, I really love Russell Wilson. I can't believe I didn't pick a quarterback to start this, but I'm going to go with Aaron Donald because I think he's been the most dominant force on the defensive side of football for about the last 4 years in a row.
Yeah, and it's amazing when you think back to the 2014 draft, the teams that needed defensive tackles that just passed on. The Lions, the most glaring. And Ndamukong Suh either was leaving or was entering the last year of his contract. I think he was entering the last year of his contract.
I think so.
They had Nick Fairley at the time who was entering the last year of his contract. They had needs looming, and they did not pounce on Aaron Donald and left him on the board for the then St. Louis Rams to take. All right, you're going to leave me Russell Wilson. I'm going to take Russell Wilson. Just like the Lions left Aaron Donald on the board, you're leaving Russell Wilson on the board, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Top 3 in your estimation, a first ballot Hall of Famer whenever he's done. He's said multiple times he wants to play until he's 45. There's no reason to think he won't be able to play at least until he's 40. He's now 31, 32. He's still as good as he's always been. That team is built around him, and there's a reason why the Seahawks have had a winning record every year of Russell Wilson's career. It's called Russell Wilson. So, yes, the best player in the division, and I won't say by far because of Aaron Donald, but still I think he's the best player in the division, one of the best quarterbacks in football, and will continue to be for years to come.
Yeah, I have no problem with that, no argument. I really just didn't want to pick the quarterback. I feel like the quarterback always gets first billing. It was very close, and I went with Aaron Donald. But, man, I love me some Russell Wilson, and I don't think it's even – you can't argue it. I mean, he's one of the 3 best quarterbacks in football. I don't care whose list it is. He's just phenomenal. And I don't know if there's too many people out there who have a clue or watch football that would argue otherwise. Woo, man, what am I going to go right here? All right, I'm going with Nick Bosa. I can't believe I'm picking a rookie, but I am. I'm going to pick Nick Bosa because I think Nick Bosa, you know, again, a lot like we've talked about with Aaron Donald and Russell Wilson and everything like that, he's in the conversation for one of the best pass rushers in football already. I mean, Mike, how many people did we talk to during the season or even at the Super Bowl when they talked about playing the 49ers, how it all started with stopping Nick Bosa, stopping 97. Man, is he unbelievable. Can you see what he does on film every week? You know, he's a top-flight pass rusher, every bit worthy of that second pick of the draft last year. He was the best player on that defense last year for the 49ers. Special. He really made them a Super Bowl defense. And yes, you know, forget the sacks. He's a F the play up type guy too. He does a lot more than what the stats will tell you.
So if I follow what you're saying here about Nick Bosa, and I agree with most of it, are you suggesting that the Arizona Cardinals got it wrong when they took Kyler Murray over Nick Bosa?
No, I'm just saying right now, as of year 1, I think Nick Bosa is a little ahead of Kyler Murray, okay? I love Kyler Murray, but no, you take the quarterback when he's that special and you need him. So I understand that pick all the way for the Arizona Cardinals. No, but I just think, yeah, Nick Bosa, year 1, the effect he had on football, the 49ers defense, yes, I'm going to just say he's a little bit better right now than Kyler Murray.
And this just shows you how great the NFC West currently is.
Yes.
Defensive Rookie of the Year. Chris's second-round pick, Nick Bosa, Offensive Rookie of the Year for the entire league, just like Bosa was the Defensive Rookie of the Year for the entire league. Kyler Murray, the Cardinals quarterback, that's my pick. You're leaving the quarterbacks. I'm taking the quarterbacks. You're going to leave two of the best quarterbacks in the NFL on the board for me. I'll take Russell Wilson. I'll take Kyler Murray. We had a draft not that long ago of the best rivalries at the quarterback position in the NFL. It's going to be Murray and Wilson head-to-head twice a year, every year, indefinitely. I love it. I especially love it because they're both about my size, at least from a height standpoint. So Kyler Murray was spectacular last year. We didn't notice it because the team wasn't very good. I remember the first time we watched him play in the preseason, Chris, the ball explodes off of his hand. It explodes into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't run recklessly. He doesn't run carelessly. He doesn't run gratuitously. He looks to throw first. He'll use his legs when he has to. Special talent. The arrow is pointing up for the Arizona Cardinals. And look, you know, we've joked in the past, and I don't know how much we're really joking about it with now 3 wild card berths per conference. Would it shock anyone to see all 4 teams from the NFC West make it this year? And the one team that I think is the longest shot would be the Rams, who were the Super Bowl team not that long ago.
No, I mean, you're right. It's phenomenal. I mean, yeah, and the Rams, of course, still got players on that football team that garner a lot of attention and are super talented in a lot of ways. So I don't think they're just going to fall off earth this year and not be relevant at all either. So, yeah, between the quarterback play, you know, the coaches in the conference, you got some freaky defensive football players. Man, I mean, it's hard to argue. You're right with the talent, and it very real could be a conference that has 3 teams or a division that has 3 teams in the playoffs here going forward, maybe 4 in the right year, which would be amazing. Man, I don't know what to do here. I mean, these are 2 of my favorite players. Jalen Ramsey and DeAndre Hopkins are on the board, and I love both of them. Oh, man, I'm going to go with D-Hop, though. I am going to go with DeAndre Hopkins here. It hurts me because I like Jalen Ramsey. He's like one of my man crushes. But DeAndre Hopkins, I think just the way he played last year, the way he's played the last few years, he's in the conversation with Michael Thomas for the best receiver in football. I think there's some things he does better than Michael Thomas, really, and that's probably win on the outside, a little bit more of a deep threat on the outside of an offense that way. Might not be as good in the slot as Michael Thomas is. He's really special there. But DeAndre Hopkins, I mean, hey, there's a reason Arizona made that trade. There's a reason they're flirting with making him the highest paid receiver in the history of football, or at least going to be in that conversation. There's really nothing the guy can't do. You know, he's got phenomenal hands, arguably the best hands in the sport. He can go over the middle. He can beat you deep. He can make plays after the catch. I'll go with DeAndre Hopkins. I'm sorry, Jalen Ramsey. Man, I like you a lot.
You know, we had the DeAndre Hopkins, Jalen Ramsey battles in the AFC South. Now they're both in the NFC West, and they'll see each other twice per year. Ramsey fell off last year, and was it injury? Was it circumstance? Does he need a full off season to get properly ensconced with the Rams? Although this is not the off season to really get comfortable anywhere if you're still getting your feet wet in a new city. And I don't think he's going to be with the Rams over the long haul. I think they should have gotten him signed to a long-term contract on the way in. I just think that they're going to decide at the end of the day they're not going to chase those 2 first-round picks and 4th-round pick they gave up to get him with a huge contract that they think maybe he doesn't deserve. I'm not taking Jalen Ramsey. You left him on the board. I'm not taking him. I'm taking the guy that you didn't even mention. And I thought you would at least mention the guy, one of our favorites, George Kittel, the 49ers tight end, who can do it all. He can catch passes, and yes, he is one of the best blocking tight ends in all of football. He is a football player. He is relentless. He is hard-nosed. And here's the thing about George Kittel. If they have to play games this year without fans, we talked last week about that. Which guys will be up for it? Who will be the Brian Dawkins that will get his team in the right frame of mind? I guarantee you that it will be every week George Kittle getting the 49ers in the right frame of mind when they run out into that stadium where there's absolutely no one there. So I think
Mike,
that all the more reason to make George Kittle part of this. And it just shows you this isn't an affront to George Kittle or Jalen Ramsey. It shows you how many great players there are in the NFC West that George Kittle was the last guy taken in a 2-team, 3-round draft.
No, it does. I mean, it's superstar. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I got like 8 names down. I'm an idiot. I didn't even write George Kittle down, okay? Because I was having some technical difficulties leading up into this draft. We didn't talk about Chandler Jones, who's been one of the best pass rushers in football the last few years. You know, to speak to what you're saying even more. So yes, there is a ton of talented football players in this division. Yeah, that's why it's been one of the best in the NFC. And man, I can't believe I forgot George Kittle. But Mike, your point about the no fans in this crowd could be a very real thing. You know, the teams that have maybe some players with some more personality and more juice on a daily basis, as compared to maybe the teams who have taken more conservative players by nature, who are not rah-rah guys. Yeah, I think those teams that have took, some of the personalities and renegade types might have a little more juice in those environments where there's no fans on the field and everything like that, and be able to bring their team's intensity level up a little bit. It's a very interesting, psychoanalysis conversation. It really is.
Apologies also to Bobby Wagner and Richard Sherman, who weren't even mentioned until just now. Patrick Peterson was mentioned earlier in the show. I have a feeling he wasn't on Chris's list.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.